right, guys, Dave Mad Max 6 back in Las Vegas Fit Club, and I'm here and I have the great pleasure to be with the reigning women's physique Olympia champion, Shanique Grant. Shanique, welcome back to JayTV.
Thank you. So happy to be back.
It's about time. It's been over close to a year. I remember we filmed twice last year. Once when you were one of your sponsor, and then one time on the newbie machine. It was just a few days before the Olympia, right before you defended your title.
It was great. Last year with the newbie fit, oh my gosh, that was crazy good experience. I'm feeling way better this year though. Really good.
How can you keep getting better and better?
I think it's like it kind of grows on you. The mindset, the discipline, the focus, the drive for just another good win. It gets you going. It really does.
So this will be 3 Peat for you.
Hopefully,
in a row.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit. How old are you now? Women don't like to tell their age, but you still ground, so that's okay, right? How old are you now?
I just turned 25 in August.
Oh my God, you're still a baby. Okay. What is the age that women don't want to tell their age anymore? Do you know that secret yet or no?
I feel like it's like in their late 30s.
Okay.
They start that.
So you're good for a few years. Okay. How is that Miss Women's Physique Olympia impacted your life? And you're so young still, so fresh on the scene. It's like you just kind of arrived, and already at the top of the profession. How does that affect your life, and what is it like to be Olympia champion at such a young age?
Well, I skipped the partying part, and I like to focus on a goal. Like I ran track for 8 years straight, so like when I get into something, I really want to get to the very top of it. That's always been my goal. Yeah. But overall, I feel like physique has made me more open to like more opportunities and not shy away from certain things, because before I did figure, got into physique, and I was like, I have to do a whole routine. It's crazy, but it made me more outgoing. That's what I love.
Would you call yourself a shy person by nature?
Yes.
I think so. Once we get to know you, though, then you kind of come out of your shell and stuff. But at first, you kind of guard it a little bit. Am I right?
Yeah. People don't know that I'm super goofy and like I joke around, but at first, I'm very quiet. But once, I warm up.
Once you're comfortable.
Yes.
Okay. 25 years old, and this spot potentially be your third Olympia. Do you have any plan, or how far you want to keep going? I know when you're young, it's like, sky's the limit and stuff. But do you have a plan? Because I remember when Jay first started, he told himself, okay, by the time I'm 30, I'm retiring. I just want to have a few bucks in the bank and a couple of cars. Of course, we know what happened. But do you have some sort of a mental plan of where you want to be in a few years, or do you kind of just play it by ear?
I play it by ear, but I also have ideas in mind, of course. Competing is like, I love it. Of course, I don't see myself doing 11 times, but I want to get as many wins as I can. The focus is there. As long as the focus is there, you keep going. I feel like that's how people should do it all the time.
Why do you say you don't want to do it 11 times?
I'm going to work on branding myself more, get out there more. Like my inspiration is Dana Lynn-Bailey. She's incredible.
Really?
She went from competing, being awesome. She's the first Miss Olympia, but she got into a lot more stuff, and wow, goals.
So her brand, you actually admire what she did with her career.
Yes, because she makes it clear that you can be pretty, have a lot of muscle, and you can always kill it, just like anyone else out there outside of the industry does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She kind of created the mold for a lot of people to follow.
Absolutely, and that's the focus. That really is the focus after bodybuilding.
I'm glad you said that, because it's interesting for the normal people to kind of see what a champion's inspiration or who they look up to be before they get to that stage.
She's a hard worker. After a certain industry that you're in, whether it's like football, basketball, anything, people always struggle to build themselves up outside of what has helped them come up. Mm-hmm. So she has set such a bold example from when she ended her career to like going from her supplement company to her clothing company, and she's just like, and that's just like it just motivates me so much for the future. I want to compete as long as I can. I love it, but she's goals.
What would you say is the biggest struggle for you? Because we always, from the outside, people look at you like it seems to come so easy for her. It seems always so much easier, but I'm sure there is struggles, there is challenges. What were some of the challenges, or what do you struggle the most with this path or with this career? Do you have anything, or no?
I wouldn't say struggles, but just kind of getting past, oh, you're hungry right now. It's okay. You have Yeah, 38 more days, 37 more days, 36 more days. I guess the first Olympia was the hardest because I'm like, this is extreme level. This is even higher and more cardio, less carbs, lower calories. It's way different than competing at NPC nationals or something like that. But it just gets easier. I feel like you're supposed to. It's your job to train your mind to get into that disciplined mindset. If you fail to, then, well, you're going to be cheating on some meals.
I like that. So the mindset, Jay always talks about the mindset, and that's key, because if it's not there, nothing else follows, right?
Mindset is not there, you will end up saying, this won't hurt me if I just eat this and do extra cardio. Like, people always try to find excuses, and I'm just like, it's going to suck. Your prep is going to suck, and that's just the way it is. But it'll be over in 3 months, you know?
You have to enjoy the suck.
Yes, because once you're on stage, everything's done, you know. That's the best part. Being on stage, you have fun, you have your hair done, makeup done, it's all girly, shiny stuff, and you worked hard for it.
Did you, and this is another interesting question, do you still get nervous before you go on stage? Do you still have, butterflies in your stomach, or is it something that you got down pat and it's like no big deal?
I am so nervous.
You are? And I'm glad you say that. Really?
Very nervous. I listen to like motivational soundtracks, or like I just try to like jump around, talk to people, and just get myself like ready. But like, it's when you're on the steps that your adrenaline rush, and you just feel so excited, and it's like, oh, there's so many people out there, the lights are so bright, and it's just like you're excited now, you know? So it's like nerves, and then adrenaline rush, and then excitement, like I'm ready, you know?
I like that. Okay. I would be, because I've always been nervous. I've competed in the past, and I've not one time and I guess it's good, because if you're nervous a little bit, you'll do well. Yeah. If you're really not nervous, maybe it's not such a good thing, right?
It depends. Yeah. My first Olympia, oh my gosh, I feel like I was just more excited just to finally be there. But second Olympia, I would think I was more nervous than anything.
Because now you have to repeat. Yeah, now there's pressure.
There's pressure. People are waiting for me out there. And then, like, I'm the last one on stage, and they're like, you're reigning 2-time Miss Olympia. And I'm just like, hi, guys. Like, I'm here again. And it's like you have to bring your better look, because people will talk and talk and talk.
That's right.
Between prejudging and finals. Ooh. You got to stay off of it.
Is it hard to keep raising that bar? Because you've raised the bar so high for yourself and everyone else. Is it hard every year to keep raising that bar? Do you still feel like you're making progress the way you want?
Absolutely. I love the pressure. I love when people are like, we can't wait to see you on stage, how you look, can't wait to see your package. It's definitely intimidating. It's definitely scary at sometimes, but it makes you work that much harder.
Yeah. This year, for the first time in many years, the Miss Olympia is actually coming back to the show. How do you see that? How does it make you feel? What's your impression on that?
I feel like it's awesome, because now it's going to be a little different in the physique division. There's no more blurred lines with physique and bodybuilding or figure. So now we have each class equally, and we have all our criteria that we need, size-wise, look-wise, condition-wise, and it's all makes sense now.
What do you feel about the people that have said over the years they should just combine female bodybuilding and women's physique? Do you agree with that, or you think it's not a good idea? You've heard that before, right?
Many times. I've even had people talk about me going to female bodybuilding, and I'm like, they're much bigger than I am.
What is that better?
I mean, when it comes to my joints, they're very small, so everything else appears bigger. So with women's physique, you're smaller. Yeah. You're like a more conditioned figure competitor. Yeah. And that's what one of the judges actually stated. Yeah. With bodybuilding, it's like you are on another level. It's just small changes between figure and physique, just a little bit bigger. But bodybuilding is...
Okay, so picking up on that, I don't think people, when they were saying that, I mean, you look so good and you're so at the top of your game. I don't think people meant, Shanique would have to gain X amount of pounds to be competitive. I think they just think that the way you look now, you would do very well as a female bodybuilder.
I appreciate it. I've had people say...
you don't have to change anything.
No, change anything, your shape alone. But also, I feel like if I was to do like Rising Phoenix, for example, before the O, it will just make it more confusing, you know? Miss Physique Olympia going into bodybuilding and then doing Physique Olympia on the Olympia stage. Yeah. It's like, so what is the look? You know, that's going to confuse a lot of people. Yeah. So if that was the case, then they would eventually merge the two. So I don't want to do those borderlines.
Yeah.
I love physique too.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think it's your division. I think you fit perfectly in it, and yeah, it's awesome. This year, not only the Miss Olympia is coming back to the Olympia, but Iris Kyle is coming out of retirement to do that. What are your thoughts on that? That's kind of cool. I actually saw her a couple of weeks ago. She's prepping. This would be her 11th Olympia if she actually happened to win. I know you know Iris. What do you think about this this whole return with the Iris?
I'm excited for her. You know, winning 10 times the most wins,
Crazy.
man
and
woman.
Yeah.
And now she's back. It's going to bring a lot of older fans too.
Oh,
and that's the best part. When people from back then come back to the Olympia stage, it just brings different fans from different eras. And that's the best part too. You know, people who they looked up to, they're not Olympia anymore. They find out it's like the best day of their life, you know. So I'm ready to see her on stage. She's going to kill it.
Is there, when you first started bodybuilding, and I think we talked about that before, so when we first got into this, first of all, did you want to do anything else with your life? Were you starting to be to have a career, or you just fell into this and got so good that you right away you knew that you'd be able to make a living? Or what did you want to do when you were younger?
When I got out of high school, because I was around the time when I started working out, I was thinking about being a model, as all girls do. But once I started seeing like more changes, I worked out all the time, and somebody came up to me and like just like mentioned something about competing, and I'm like, I should try it out at least. I fell in love with it. I love everything about going to the gym, working out, eating clean, competing on stage. It's the whole rush that you get.
Did you know you're going to make money at it though? Because I'm sure, especially for your family, when kids are saying that, like, oh, I'm going to be, you know, into fitness or bodybuilding, I'm going to live and you're like, no, you need to get a real job. How were your family? Were they supportive, and did you know you're going to make money at it?
My mom was kind of iffy about it, like, oh, you're just working out, like, what's going to come out of it?
That's not a job.
I was a personal trainer on the side at first, in the very beginning. And then, you know, that's when the sponsorships started coming. I didn't expect anything. I didn't expect money or sponsorships or anything out of it. I just said, I'm going to put my all into this sport because that's what I do. And it's flowed.
You're born for it.
I love it.
Well, we're just below 6 weeks now. We're actually 6 weeks last weekend. It's now, what is it today? Tuesday. So we're 5.5 weeks from the Olympia. Are you confident you're going to win and retain your title this year?
I'm ready, focused, laser focused, eyes on the prize.
Shanique, you've been here 2 years in Las Vegas. Do you like living in Vegas? Is that a good state for you? You came from New York, right?
I came from New York.
Yeah.
I love it here. It's very warm. I mean, super hot in the summer. It's not too cold in the winter, but there's a lot of people, well-known people out here, good people out here.
And a lot more are coming, you were telling me off camera.
Oh, yes. So much more coming to Vegas than California.
I think a lot of people are coming from all over the place. I think Vegas is going to be the next Mecca.
It is. It is. You know? Vegas is growing, constantly building more buildings, a lot of gyms opening, new gyms, especially this.
All over.
Yeah. Yes. It's going to be great.
Yeah. What is usually your time of day that you're training? So we're about like, what is it, like 2:30, 3 o'clock? That's about your time that you train normally?
Yeah, between like, sometimes I'll train like 1, but around 1 to 3 o'clock I am.
And how many meals do you try to get before you train? Is there like a formula? Because some people say, oh, I have a better workout after 2 or 3 meals. Is that what's the case for you?
So leg and back days are my bigger, heavier days with more carbs. So I'll have to have 4 meals before that.
Okay.
But any other day, it could be 2 or 3 meals I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like training midday? It seems like it could be a good time for you.
Midday is good, not too late, because once the sun sets, I'm just like groggy, and it gets darker early now. So it's like you got to get in and out soon. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Shanique, I'm grateful and very honored you decided to be on JayTV one more time. We're 5.5 weeks out from the Olympia. We're talking off camera what the odds would be for you winning again. I think they're very, very good. 25 years old, you're full of talent, and we wish you the best of luck. And I hope that you retain the title. I'm sure you will. And we can't wait to see you in Vegas.
Thank you so much. I'm ready to go. Let's get it.
Dave My Max 6 with a great Shanique Grant for JayTV, and we're out.